Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, At Home with Willowberry. Or if you're new, welcome. But where have you been? I'm so happy to see you here. My name is Valerie, and in today's video, we're headed out to the orchard to plant more fruit trees, and then later, we're spreading grass seed all around the yard. It was a very beautiful spring day here in the Virginia mountains, so if you're interested in what we've been up to, then I hope you'll stick around and enjoy the video. How are you all doing today? I sure hope you're having the best day ever. It's a beautiful spring day here in the Virginia mountains, although it's a bit chilly today. We had frost last night with temps in the 30s. I think I lost some flowers that I had just planted yesterday. They were pretty sad looking when I woke up this morning, but fingers crossed that they'll bounce back. So far, all the pansies and ranunculus plants still look really good and healthy. We bought several vegetable plants for the garden yesterday, but I think we'll have to wait a few more days before planting them. I'd be sad if we got them planted and then we get hit with another frost. We picked up cabbage, collards, onions, and strawberries. We still need to get cucumbers and tomato plants, but unfortunately none of the stores we went to had any. While Tim was out shopping for the vegetable plants, he came across a Honeycrisp apple tree and a Golden Delicious apple tree, which he just couldn't resist purchasing. We already have 3 apple trees being delivered this weekend, but Tim's favorite apple is Honeycrisp, so he just had to have it. Now we'll have 5 apple trees in our orchard, as well as 3 peach trees, 3 plum trees, and 2 cherry trees. We would love to add a couple of pear trees as well, but I think we'll wait till the fall to buy those. How's spring coming along in your neck of the woods? Is it warm and sunny or cold and snowy? I really thought we were safe to start planting, but after the frost we had last night, well, now I'm nervous to get started. We went to the boys' track meet tonight, and we froze our little tushies off. It felt more like football weather. Everyone had coats, hats, and blankets. I felt bad for the athletes out on the field in their shorts uniforms. They must have been so cold. I'm taking the boys to Tennessee for spring break next week, and so far it looks like we'll have really good weather. I just hope the rain stays away while we're on vacation. I don't mind the cooler temps, but rain would really put a damper on our plans. Speaking of spring break, are y'all headed out of town on any adventures? Let me know down below. Well, alright y'all, we're headed back up to the house to pick up the 2 new apple trees that Tim bought, and then we'll head back down to the orchard to get them planted in the ground. Well, y'all, this wasn't meant to be a bare root fruit tree, but when Tim pulled the tree out of the bucket, all the soil fell away from the roots. I sure hope that won't hurt the tree. I guess only time will tell. Alright, well, it's time to get these trees in the ground. I sure hope you've been enjoying our outdoor videos this spring. I probably won't have a video out for next week since we'll be out of town for spring break, but I expect when we get back home, we'll be back to work on Granny's bathroom. Tim has finished most of the mud work on the exterior walls. The next step is to build a wall, and then there will be a little more sheetrock work to be done before we can install the shower. Once we install the shower, we'll be able to paint the walls. After we paint the walls, we'll be able to install the vanity and new toilet, and then after that, it will be time to decorate. I'm really hoping it won't take too long to finish the bathroom once we get back to work. I've really enjoyed being outdoors this spring. It's been good for my heart and soul after being cooped up all winter, but I'm anxious to get back to work on Granny's bathroom, that's for sure. I tell you what, I'm really happy with the progress we're making here on our little hobby homestead and inside our mobile home. I know it must feel like it's taken forever, but we believe we're moving at a great pace, especially since it's mostly just Tim doing all the work with the help of our 3 boys. The reality is we have the rest of forever to continue making this trailer our forever home, and we want to make sure we do it right the first time. To me, the outside work is just as important as finishing the work on the inside of our home, and if that means we need to take breaks from renovating to tackle some outdoor chores, well, that's okay with me, 'cause I know it will all get done, all in good time. Well, y'all, we're almost finished planting these 2 new apple trees. We just need to go get the mulch that we'll use to cover the dirt at the base of the trees. Well, y'all, the weatherman is calling for rain for the next couple of days, so that will be really good for our new baby fruit trees. And since they're calling for rain, we figured this would be a good time to spread some grass seed in the yard up around the house. So that's what we're going to do next. All right, well, let's head back up to the house. We have several bare spots all around the yard, so Tim is going to spread some grass seed, and just in time for the rain to water the grass. You see, our water hose spigot is broken at the moment, so we don't have any way to wet the grass seed, so thank goodness for Mother Nature. All right, y'all, let's take a walk around the yard with Tim while he spreads some grass seed. Well, y'all, I guess that's about it for another video. I sure hope you enjoyed it, and I can't wait to talk to you again in my next one. I really hope you will all have a great week and a happy Easter, and I'll see you when I get back from spring break. Bye, y'all.